Laplace transform of derivatives. That is a f dash t, the derivative of f of t be continuous, and we know that Laplace transform of f of t equal to f bar s, then Laplace transform of the derivative, that is f dash t, is equal to s into f bar s minus f of 0. Here we want to prove that Laplace transform of the derivative of f of t is equal to s into f bar s minus f of 0. Now proof. Consider Laplace transform of f dash t. By using the formula, it is integral from 0 to infinity e raised to minus st f dash t dt. Now here we can use the formula integral f into g, that is first function, that is f into integral of the second minus integral of derivative of first can be denoted as f dash into integral of second. Okay, here we can use the formula first function into integral of the second function. Here first function is considered as f and second function is considered as g, and it is equal to first function into integral of the second function. Okay, minus integral of derivative of this first function, that is f dash into integral of the second function. Okay, therefore here I am taking first function as e raised to minus st and second function as f dash t. First function, that is simply e raised to minus st into integral of the second function, integral of f dash t will be equal to f of t, because integral and derivative will give the same function. So here we have f of t. Now here we have limits, therefore applying the limit, that is from 0 to infinity. Then by using the formula, here we have a minus sign, then an integral sign, integral. Then derivative of first, the derivative of e raised to minus st. What is the derivative of e raised to minus st? With respect to t, it is minus s into e raised to minus st. Therefore, writing the second function, e raised to minus st into minus s. Now again we have integral of second. Already we have find the integral of second as f of t. Therefore, f of t with respect to t. Now here separating this. Okay. Therefore, utmost care must be taken here. This first function, integral of second, then minus integral of derivative of this integral of second. Now applying the limits to the first term, that is e raised to, first of all applying the limits to t. First of all applying the limits to t, that is infinity. E raised to minus infinity, we already know it as 0. Therefore, applying the first limit, we get as 0. Now minus lower limit, e raised to minus 0. Applying the lower limits to 0, we get here e raised to minus s into 0. In case e raised to minus 0, that is 1. Therefore, we have 1 into f of 0. Now here we have minus s into minus s, that is plus s. Integral from 0 to infinity, e raised to minus st into f of t dt. Now we know that integral from 0 to infinity, e raised to minus st f of t dt is Laplace transform of f of t, isn't it? Therefore, instead of this we can write s into Laplace transform of f of t minus this f of 0. That is the result. Here we want to prove that s into f bar s minus f of 0. Again we can write it as s into Laplace transform of f of t can be written as f bar s minus f of 0. So again this s into L of f of t minus f of 0 is s f bar s minus f of 0. That is the final result. Okay. By using this result we can again prove that if f dash t and its first n minus 1 derivatives be continuous, then the Laplace transform of fn of t can be written as s raised to the power n f bar s minus s raised to the power n minus 1 f of 0 minus s raised to n minus 2 f dash 0, etc. minus fn minus 1th derivative of 0. Here we are going to find out the Laplace transform of fn of t. The nth derivative of f of t, which is equal to s raised to n f bar s minus s raised to n minus 1 f of 0 minus s raised to n minus 2 the first derivative minus etc. minus fn minus 1 the derivative of 0. Now proof. Laplace transform of nth derivative for fn of t can be written as live from 0 to infinity e raised to minus st fn of t dt. Okay. Now here we are going to apply integral uv form. This first function into integral of second minus derivative of this into integral of this plus derivative of the previous function or the previous term into integral minus derivative integral plus etc. Again I am explaining integral uv. Here first of all we will take the first function as u and the second function as v. Therefore first function integral of second minus, then we will take the previous term derivative of u dash integral of v1 v2, then alternately positive and negative sign comes, therefore we have plus, then derivative of u dash integral of v2, then minus derivative integral plus derivative integral, etc. Okay, then applying that we will get first function. Here we will take first function as e raised to minus st and second function as fn of t. First of all first function into integral of the second, that means fn minus 1 of t. Okay, minus and derivative of this minus s into e raised to minus st fn minus 2 of t. First function integral of second minus derivative of this, that is minus s e raised to minus st integral of this plus derivative, that means minus s into minus s, that means minus s the whole square e raised to minus st integral of this fn minus 3 of t plus etc. up to n minus 1th term we can write like this, that is minus 1 raised to n minus 1 minus s becomes raised to the power n minus 1 e raised to minus st, the last term will become f of t. Now we will apply the limit, that is from 0 to infinity. Then we will write the last nth term as minus 1 raised to n minus s raised to n integral from 0 to infinity e raised to minus st f of t dt. Okay. Now applying the upper limit and then the lower limit. Whenever we are applying upper limit to all these terms, it becomes equal to 0. Since e raised to minus infinity is 0. Here we have e raised to minus infinity, here we have e raised to minus infinity, here we have it, here we have it. Therefore e raised to minus infinity. By the lower limits we have minus into first fn minus 1 into applying 0 to t we have here e raised to minus 0 becomes 1 fn minus 1 of 0. Okay. Then for applying 0 to second term we get plus s into minus s means plus s into e raised to minus 0 is 1 fn minus 2 of 0. Already we have put a minus sign here. Okay. Then applying 0 to third term we get minus s the whole square is plus s square. E raised to minus 0 is 1 fn minus 3 of 0. Then plus etc. Here we have the term minus 1 into minus s, that is s raised to n minus 1 e raised to minus 0 is 1 f of 0. Okay, now closing the bracket. Okay, once more I am saying whenever I am applying the upper limit infinity to e raised to minus st, in all terms it becomes e raised to minus infinity, then the term becomes equal to 0. Then applying minus into the limit 0 to all the terms, we will get e raised to minus 0 as 1. The other terms are minus into fn minus 1 of 0, then plus s into fn minus 2 of 0, plus s square into fn minus 3 of 0, etc. s raised to n minus 1 f of 0. Okay, then the last term is minus 1 into minus s the whole raised to, that is s raised to n into, now from 0 to infinity e raised to minus st f of t dt is f bar of s. Okay, now from last term we can write the solution, that is here s raised, the last term is, first term is s raised to n f bar of s. Here the last term is s raised to n f bar of s, and here the first term is s raised to n f bar s. Therefore we can write first s raised to n f bar s. Then the second term becomes minus s raised to n minus 1 of f of 0. Then we can write the third term as minus s raised to n minus 2 by decreasing one term. Then in the place of f of 0 we will get f dash 0. Then the fourth term becomes s of n minus 3 f double dash 0. It is increasing. Here the derivative is increasing and the power of n terms is decreasing. S raised to n, s raised to n minus 1, s raised to n minus 2, s raised to n minus 3, etc. minus etc. Here we get s square fn minus 3 of 0 and s fn minus 2 of 0. Last term will be minus fn minus 1 of 0. Okay, that is using the Laplace transform of fn of t, we can find out the first derivative, the second derivative, the third derivative of this f of t. First of all, writing the general formula, that is s raised to n f bar s minus s raised to n minus 1 f of 0 minus s raised to n minus 2 f dash 0, etc. Last minus fn minus 1 of 0. Now putting n is equal to 1, 2, 3, etc. that is Laplace transform of, first of all, by putting n is equal to 1, we will get Laplace transform of f dash t as s raised to 1 f bar of s, that is sf bar s, minus s raised to, and putting n is equal to 1, we will get s raised to 0 f of 0. Now here we have minus s raised to 1 minus 2, but we will not take. Therefore, it ends here is equal to sf bar s minus s raised to 0 means 1 f of 0. That we have already proved. Okay, Laplace transform of the first derivative f dash t is sf bar s minus f of 0. Now putting n is equal to 2, we get Laplace transform of f double dash t equal to, n is equal to 2, we have s square f bar s minus s raised to 2 minus 1 f of 0 minus s raised to 2 minus 2 f dash 0. Okay, that becomes equal to s square f bar s minus s f of 0 minus f dash 0. Therefore, the Laplace transform of f double dash t is equal to s square f bar s minus s f of 0 minus f dash 0. Okay. Now putting n is equal to 3, we can find out the Laplace transform of f triple dash of t. By using same formula, we have, putting n is equal to 3 in this formula, we get s cube f bar s minus s raised to 3 minus 1 f of 0 minus s raised to 3 minus 2 f dash 0. Here one more term comes, therefore here we can write that term first, s raised to n minus 3 f double dash 0. Okay, minus etc. Okay, that is minus s raised to 3 minus 3 f double dash 0. It is equal to s cube f bar s minus s square f of 0 minus s f dash 0 minus f double dash of 0. Isn't it? S cube f bar s minus s square f of 0 minus s f dash 0 minus f double dash 0. Now these results are used in the solution of, to find the solution of differential equations. Okay. Using these results, we can do some problems. First one is, if Laplace transform of f of t is equal to f bar s, then show that Laplace transform of f dash t is equal to s f bar s minus f of 0, which we have already proved. Now use it to evaluate Laplace transform of f dash t, that is the derivative of f of t, when f of t equal to e raised to minus 5t sin t. Now the answer of this problem. The first term, that is, if Laplace transform of f of t is f bar s, then show that Laplace transform of f dash t is equal to s f bar s minus f of 0. The proof is already given in the previous video. Okay. Now here I am going to evaluate L of f dash t when f of t is equal to e raised to minus 5t sin t. For that, consider first of all the formula L of f dash t is given as f bar s minus f of 0. So to evaluate this L f dash t, we want to use this formula as f bar s minus f of 0. For that, we want to find out f bar s and f of 0. Here, given f of t that is equal to e raised to minus 5t sin t. We can find out the Laplace transform of f of t, and which will be equal to f bar s. Therefore, in the place of f bar s, we can write the Laplace transform of f of t. It is equal to Laplace transform of this e raised to minus 5t into sin t. Here we know that Laplace transform of sin bt, that is b by s square plus p square, isn't it? Here in the place of b we have 1, that is Laplace transform of sin t is equal to 1 by s square plus 1 square. Okay, next Laplace transform of e raised to at sin bt. The formula becomes b by s minus a. In the place of s we have s minus a the whole square plus b square. Similarly, here we can write Laplace transform of e raised to minus 5t sin t. So here we can write e raised to minus 5t sin t, as already we have Laplace transform of sin t is 1 by s square plus 1 square. In the place of s, put s minus a, that is s minus a is 5, isn't it? So s minus 5 the whole square plus 1 square. Therefore, on expanding this, we will get 1 by s plus 5 the whole square plus 1 square, or we have, I will write here, s square plus 10s plus 25 plus 1, that is 26. Okay. Therefore, Laplace transform of f of t is 1 by s square plus 10s plus 26, that is equal to f bar s. So one term we got. Now f of 0. Since f of t is e raised to minus 5t sin t, f of 0 is e raised to minus 5 into 0 sin 0. That is equal to, we know that sin 0 is 0. Therefore, this is equal to 0. Now, we have L of f dash t is equal to s f bar s minus f of 0. It is equal to s into, in the place of f bar s we can write 1 by s square plus 10s plus 26 minus 0, or this is equal to s by s square plus 10s plus 26. That is the final answer. Okay. Now the second problem, if Laplace of t sin omega t is equal to 2 omega s by s square plus omega square the whole square, then evaluate Laplace of omega t cos omega t plus sin omega t. Here, given that Laplace transform of a function of t is equal to f bar s, then we want to evaluate Laplace transform of another function which contains omega and t. Now, solution. Here, take f of t as this function t sin omega t. Now, Laplace transform of f of t is equal to f bar s. Therefore, f bar s is equal to 2 omega s by s square plus omega square the whole square. Okay. Now we'll consider or we'll take f dash t. Here we have two functions of t, therefore here we use the product rule. First function, it is derivative of uv is equal to u into derivative of b plus b into derivative of u. The same principle can be used here. T into derivative of this sin omega t, that is cos omega t into omega. With respect to t, we have the derivative of omega t again becomes omega plus sin omega t into derivative of t is 1. Therefore, t omega t. Then take omega first. So omega t cos omega t plus sin omega t. Therefore, here we understood that we want to find out the Laplace transform of f dash t. Okay. Therefore, Laplace transform of f dash t. The formula is s f bar s minus f of 0. We have already given f bar s. Then we want to find out f of 0 only. F of 0 can be find out from the function f of t by putting t equal to 0. Sin omega into 0, so this becomes equal to 0. Therefore, the Laplace transform of this requested omega t cos omega t plus sin omega t, which is the function, the derivative of the function f of t is equal to s into f bar s, 2 omega s by s square plus omega square the whole square minus 0. In the place of f of 0 we have 0 is equal to, again we can write 2 omega s square by s square plus omega square the whole square. That is the final answer. Okay.